Hey folks, this is Moses Woodson here from the High Desert Homestead. Today I want to take you on a little bit different journey. This is one of our 7 trips that we took to the Mount Taylor Range to pick piñons between Cuba and Albuquerque. Piñons is one of the natural resources that we used this year to help us financially when I was injured, my knee being down. Overall, of the 7 trips, we averaged about $200 in sales of piñons, so we brought in about $1,400 over the course of 30 to 45 days. Piñons only bear fruit about every 4 years, so there's different trees in different places, so next year they won't be in the same area. And this year you had to go up really high. We were up around 9,000 feet. We went up in elevation about 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet to find piñons. And they were in scarce supply this year, so there was a lot of people picking, and the price, because the demand was so high, was really high, so it had a lot of folks out picking piñons. The roads were really rough and really rocky, particularly here in the Southwest when you are getting natural resources, whether you're hunting, foraging. It's not like it is in other parts of the country. You're going to have to put some time and effort into it and have the proper equipment. When we go out, we always have an emergency bag. We try to make sure that our vehicles are in top shape because there is no cell service on this mountain. We actually had 2 flat tires, one on our vehicle and then one on my sister-in-law's vehicle, and my brother-in-law had to drive all the way out there to take them a spare. As you can see here, there's some lava rock, and most of the Mount Taylor Range does have volcanic activity. A lot of lava rock up there. Here's the piñons, how they look in the cone. You can see a piñon in there. The cones open up and then the piñons fall out. The wind moves the branches around, and you have a very short amount of time to harvest the piñons because they start drying up in the shell. And the way you pick piñons is you look under the trees and pick the darkest piñons you can up off the ground. Some folks will take a sheet, lay it under the tree, and then take a stick and actually tap on the branches and knock the piñons down. Here we're coming down off the switchbacks. It's a really beautiful country. It's hard to get into, and you better be prepared when you go. A lot of this country has scrub oak. There's a lot of feed here. The ranchers in the area use this mountain as winter pasture. And the first trip we went up there, there's actually cows on this road. Here's a cholla cactus. Those buds on the end are actually a fruit, and you can harvest them and boil them and eat them like a vegetable. People say they taste like asparagus or artichoke heart. You can put them in salads, or you can just eat them. And I've been told you can make jellies and jams out of them also, kind of like prickly pear. There was a lot of prickly pear in the area, and also barrel cactus. We actually had a flat tire on this trip, and we ended up, I wasn't prepared, didn't have my plugs in the vehicle. I actually had to air up the tire with our little small cigarette lighter air compressor, which worked really well. We just kept airing up the tire every little bit. Thank God it was a small leak. As we come down here, you can see the valley floor below, and there's a dry wash that runs the entire length of this valley. It's dry most of the year. It only runs water during flash flood or the monsoon season. All day was about a 12-hour day. We had about 7 hours of driving and only about 4 hours of picking time. So we didn't have a whole lot of time. And as soon as the sun went down, it got cold. You didn't want to be on the mountain after dark trying to pick piñons. There's the dry wash. It's never a good idea to be caught in a dry wash with it raining upstream of there. The flash floods can be really brutal and can wash away a car. It's been known to happen many times. So this was our day. Took us all day to do it. Out of the 12 hours, 4 hours of work, about $200 a day. But it really helped us through a time when we really needed it. So I want to thank y'all for stopping by. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you down the road.